All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Yahawah being the true name of the Heavenly Father. YAHAWASHI being the true name of His only begotten Son, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. I also want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations unto the elect of YAHAWAH, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And blessings and salutations unto the hopeful elect, the Akim out there enduring His truth across the four corners of the earth, teaching and preaching His word through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, as well as the men and women that follow, and those who might look like the other nations but are of the nation of Israel and their father's side by blood. And I just wanted to read the 6th chapter of Daniel. You know, just reading it and it's kind of comforting to my soul as well, invigorating as well, and in the sense of how things went down and the purpose and the reasons for why they went down. And it kind of, you know, just put me in the spirit. At the end of the day, you know, it is trusting in YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, and he will provide. You know, you might be put in ugly situations, but you still have to trust in the Lord that He'll deliver you out of that situation, you know, as well as serving YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. You are a target, and you can become a target, you know, dealing within persecution. All right, being accused wrongfully, or being slandered, or being conspired against, you know, which that's what comes with this truth. That's what comes with serving YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, because serving the Lord, serving YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, you're in opposition to the ways of this world, to the wisdom of this world, to the knowledge of this world, to the comprehension of this world, how the people in the world view society and view the future. And, you know, through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, we understand that that's why He has to judge this place, is because of the things that this world allows. All right, just dealing with the fact of, you know, I'm trying to see how the happy people, you know, the happy people and the pride that the happy people have. All right, that's an abomination unto the Lord. Okay. For this place touching the apple of His eye, the Israelites, the slavery that we had to go through. All right. The witchcraft that goes on, the technology, you know, the mark of the beast that they're trying to implement, which they're going to implement eventually, make mandatory, you know, amongst many things. You know, this place has to be judged, you know. So, yeah, let me go ahead and get into this. This is Daniel's the 6th chapter. It says, it pleased Darius to set over the kingdom 120 princes, which should be over the whole kingdom. And over these 3 presidents, of whom Daniel was first, that the princes might give accounts unto them, and the king should have no damage. Then this Daniel was preferred above the presidents and princes, because an excellent spirit was in him, and the king thought to set him over the whole realm. Now, that excellent spirit that was in him was of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. You know, this is oftentimes when we're all together and the Lord is in the midst, things start to click, or we might go out together and people can sense a certain energy off of us, or maybe be at a place of business, you know, working at a company or something. And oftentimes, based off of the way we carrying ourselves that the Spirit of the Lord had gave us, we might be put in, you know, certain positions that people of that company feel like we don't deserve. But it all comes with the walk that the Lord has provided us with up until that point. You know, what He has given us, and the tools He's given us, the spirit that He put within us, man. Okay, that is, you know, the spirit, it quickeneth. You know, the flesh profiteth nothing. It's all according to YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI's plan that he has for each and every one of us. Okay, because even within this, earlier in the chapters, let's see if I can get their Hebrew names down again. You got Azariah, Mishael, and Hananiah, who was also amongst Daniel. And when Daniel was set up in a high position, I believe he was made second in the kingdom or governor under Nebuchadnezzar. You know, he said, hey, what about my people? You know, so he brought along Hananiah, Azariah, and Mishael as well. You know, and the Lord looked out for those men as we see. And it came with trusting in the Lord and their integrity that they had towards YAHAWASHI, right? So I'm going to go ahead and finish this. It says, then the presidents and princes sought to find occasion against Daniel concerning the kingdom, but they could find none occasion nor fault, for as much as he was faithful, neither was there any error or fault found in him. Why? Because of the way that he carried himself. From the way that he carried himself, based off of what the Lord had given him, based off the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. It didn't matter if he was in captivity or not. Even the scriptures say, when a man's ways please the Lord, he even maketh his enemies to be at peace with him. All right. So it's about being whole and being fearful, you know, giving reverence to the Lord. All right. Not selling out, not giving in, enduring, you know, hardship. As a wise man once said, Apostle Rhymelock, being comfortable with being uncomfortable, because you're going to go through situations that's going to cause your emotions to be ruffled, so to speak. And through knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scriptures, you deal with that. All right. You apply, you filter it through the scriptures and how you should handle situations. Okay. Will you be perfect? No. Will you fail? Yes. But our job is to learn from these ways and try to get those impurities out. You know, what you want to do is strive for perfection and fail a lot less, you know. So this is verse 5. It says, then said these men, we shall not find any occasion against this Daniel, except we find it against him concerning the law of his power, because they knew that that's what he stood on. That was his foundation. Then these presidents and princes assembled together the king and said thus unto him, King Darius live forever. All the presidents of the kingdom, the governors and the princes and counselors and the captains have consulted together to establish a royal statute and to make a firm decree that whosoever shall ask a petition of any god or man for 30 days, save of thee, so except you, O king, he shall be cast into the den of lions. Now, O king, establish the decree and sign the writing, that it be not changed according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which altereth not. Wherefore King Darius signed the writing and the decree. Now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being open in his chamber toward Jerusalem, facing the east, he kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day and prayed and gave thanks before his power as he did before. So he didn't care about the decree. You can't tell me he didn't know about it. He was amongst them. They had to bring things through him, you know. So he knew about the decree. All right. But he still did what? He reverenced his power. Okay. It said, then these men assembled and found Daniel praying and making supplications before his power. Then they came near and spake before the king concerning the king's decree. Hast thou not signed a decree that every man that shall ask a petition of any power or any god or man within 30 days, save of thee, O king, shall be cast into the den of lions? The king answered and said, the thing is true, according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which altereth not. Then asked they and said before the king, that Daniel, which is of the children of the captivity of Judah, regardeth not thee, O king, nor the decree that thou hast signed, but maketh his petition three times a day. Then the king, when he heard these words, were sore displeased within himself, and set his heart on Daniel to deliver him, and he labored to the going down of the sun to deliver him. So he's like, hey, what, he's cool, boom, boom, boom. But they like, well, you made a decree pretty much. So he was pleading for Daniel with them in a sense. All right. Because if he put Daniel up in that position, I'm sure he could see the spirit that was within him, right? By the way he carried himself. Okay. It says, then the king commanded, and they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. Now the king spake and said unto Daniel, thy power whom thou servest continually, he will deliver thee. And he knew about the Heavenly Father. All right. I'm sure he probably heard about the three holy children being in the fire, and then they looked into the furnace, and there was a fourth one within there. The Lord was with them. Speaking of Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, when they was thrown into the fire for doing the same thing, standing and on what they believed in, believing in YAHAWASHI. All right, and I was even thinking like he could have had a dream, you know. He could have had a dream before all of this happened, or a vision before all of this happened that the Lord could have gave him. But nonetheless, those are the words that he told him, right? That's me just speaking as a man. It says, and a stone was brought and laid upon the mouth of the den, and the king sealed it with his own signet and with the signet of his Lord, that the purpose might not be changed concerning Daniel. Then the king went to his palace and passed the night fasting. Neither were instruments of music brought before him, and his sleep went from him. So he couldn't sleep. He didn't eat that night. It wasn't no celebrations or music going on or none of that. It says, then the king arose very early in the morning and went in haste unto the den of lions. And when he came to the den, he cried with a lamentable voice unto Daniel. And the king spake and said to Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living power, is thy power, whom thou servest continually, able to deliver thee from the lions? Then said Daniel unto the king, O king, live forever. My power hath sent his angel, and hath shut the lions' mouths, that they have not hurt me. For as much as before him innocency was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt. So you gotta, hey, let that marinate, let that soak in. All right. Daniel, he continued to trust in YAHAWASHI, and the Lord sent him an angel that the lions, like, you gotta think, you put yourself in that situation where he's like, that decree was there, he's still praying. You get found somewhat guilty, all right, according to them setting him up, conspiring against him, according to their ways, okay, to be in a position like that, but you're still trusting in the Heavenly Father. You hear that you got to be thrown in dens with lions. Hey, you can only trust in the Lord, all right? It says, and the king commanded it, and they brought those men which had accused Daniel. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. 23. It says, then was the king exceedingly glad for him, and commanded that they should take Daniel up out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no manner of hurt was found upon him, because he believed in his power. There you go. Because he believed in his power, right? Let me see what that word is. For believed. Where we at? See what they got up in a blue letter. Going a little slow. It says aman, to confirm, support, to believe in, to trust, trustworthy. All right. Support, confirm, be faithful. Just skipping over this part, it says a pillars support of the doors to be established. You know, so at the end of the day, he had faith in Yahawashim Yahawashi. He stood on what he believed in, what he trusted. All right. It says, verse 24, and the king commanded, and they brought those men which had accused Daniel, and they cast them into the den of lions, them, their children, and their wives. And the lions had the mastery of them, and brake all their bones in pieces, or ever they came at the bottom of the den. Then King Darius wrote unto all people, nations, and languages that dwell in all the earth, peace be multiplied unto you. I make a decree that in every dominion of my kingdom men tremble and fear before the power of Daniel. For he is the living power, and steadfast forever, and his kingdom that hath and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed, and his dominion shall be even unto the end. He delivereth and rescueth, and he worketh signs and wonders in heaven and in earth, who have delivered Daniel from the power of the lions. So this Daniel prospered in the reign of Darius and in the reign of Cyrus the Persian. So, you know, just by keeping his integrity, being faithful, staying true to Yahawashim Yahawashi, the Lord looked out for him and provided for him, even when enemies came against him, even when he was thrown into a situation that could have, caused him death, caused him harm. All right. So we have to trust in Yahawashim Yahawashi. And as he said, hey, all the people in my realm fear his power, because that's the power to be feared. That's the living power, which his name is Yahawah. All right. And as his son name is Yahawashi, which he's given all things into his hand. So if you know the son, you know the father. You respect the son, you respect the father. All right. That's what we got to be here to. If you deny the son, then guess what? You deny the father. Okay. So they're one and the same. All right. They're not the same people, but they're one and the same mind, So, yeah, I thought that was a pretty good chapter. We're at the end of this once again, and we know that persecution is coming and will come. And Lord willing, we could remain faithful and continue to trust in Yahawashim Yahawashi unto the end. And with that, once again, I want to give all praises unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM Yahawashi, BAHASHAM QADASH. Hey, Shalom.